Happy.
Hey, Penny.
Welcome to the, I don't even know the name of the show. I think it's it says Penny Lane Meets Wall Street. Thanks for coming on and filling in for Justin. For those, I don't feel like I really need to introduce you. This is Happy Gilmore. That's his real face. Show us the smile.
Oh,
Happy was voted best smile in his high school, and look how cute it is.
Now I can't smile. You're embarrassing me, Penny.
Well, you really, oh, my kids just got home. You really did me a solid by filling in for Justin last minute. I can't believe he bailed on me, but he did. If you, on the right side of your screen, Happy, click on comments, you can see people like talking to you during the show. Sorry, I was supposed to do a better introduction than that. I had a tough day. As I told you, I was down $1,300 and I'm just now trying to get back to even. AC, I took that Annie with you, hoping that it'll run some tonight, tomorrow, whatever, I don't really care, but tonight would be great. And then Happy and I were just going over SPRT. Could we see that chart, please? Mitch.
And started adding talent to that team as we continue to build out customer care operations in the U.S.
Mitch, I don't know what you're listening to, but all right. So Happy, you're my favorite person to tell me if I'm about to make money or not. Can you look at that chart, maybe on your computer if we can't see it here, and tell me what you think about it through market close?
On my computer. Come on, you already know where I do everything.
Right. Me too. I'm looking at it myself right here.
All right. Well, just looking at SPRT, it looks like that I see a couple of upper wicks at around 24.75, which means that since it broke that resistance, that should now turn to support if it wants to take a leg up. It looks like it needs to break around 24.7.
Okay.
For it, like a 5-minute close over 24.7-ish area.
But what if I need it to go to like 30?
To 30. It looks like over 28.9. So round up to the whole number here. Over 29.
Oh, this 5-minute candle is not looking good. Just gonna have to let it go. Happy, did you trade today?
I didn't trade at all today. I didn't really feel like it, and I had a good day yesterday. So.
And your Zeus, hi. Zeus is here, guys. Thanks so much for coming. And Boba, I always don't really know how to say that. How do you say it, Happy?
I say Boba Fett.
Is that a Star Wars thing?
Yeah, he's from Star Wars. I don't know much about Star Wars, but I know it's a Star Wars thing. So
if it was a Harry Potter thing, I could be right there. But the Star Wars, I don't know as much about.
Dalen Hutchinson, thank you.
Look how everybody thinks you're so cute. I've been telling you for months. All right. So you didn't trade today, and I think it's public knowledge that you're back at school. Yeah?
Yeah, I am.
So how do you plan on balancing your school and your trading? And are you going to continue to trade as much into the fall? Oh, Alex mad. You knew he'd be mad.
Yeah. I'm still going to have to learn how to balance it more. Last year when I traded during school, it was more swinging, so I didn't really have to monitor stuff 24/7. But for pennies, I like day trading them, and then for options recently, I've liked swinging them. So I've pretty much only been swinging options lately because I don't have to monitor it. So until I get my schedule done and when everything is throughout the day for me, then I'll start to transition into more day trading. But until the penny market heats up, I don't really plan on day trading too much.
So how's the swing market right now? I don't know. Hey, Gusto.
Hey,
Hi, friend.
So, swing market. Well, it's different for pennies and large caps, but I mean, large caps, it's been fine for me. I've pretty much been only taking my personal highest quality setups, which is usually major trend break in the daily chart. So usually
can you tell me that like I'm an idiot? When you say major trend break in the daily chart, what exactly does that mean?
Yeah. So Mitch, I think this would be a good time to pull up Netflix.
Mitch, are you there? Can you pull a chart for us, please?
Pulling the chart up now. Sorry about that. Dealing with some other things here, but here it is.
You pull up Netflix weekly.
Yep. Netflix.
Okay.
I like that weekly chart. Nice breakout. So let's take a look here.
Yeah. So if you look at the pattern recently, just before the breakout, there's sort of an inverse head and shoulders there, which in itself is a bullish pattern. But
also, Happy, can you tell us the likelihood that an inverse head and shoulders will break out?
What was it, 82%? So
I like that.
In that Netflix chart, basically what I mean by the major daily break for my swings that I do, you could draw a bottom trend line and then a top trend line, and you could see that it's been a major consolidation period for a long period of time. So essentially, when you have a long consolidation period and that consolidation period's broken, it tends to be a stronger breakout when it's a long-term chart or consolidation. So that means despite market conditions, it should be a very good play, which is why I did it. And you can see a nice breakout.
Is the breakout above like 570? At the top of.
Yeah, so around over 560-ish was my personal confirmation, but I actually entered early because I saw the inverse head and shoulders dating back to just before April, it looks like. There's inverse head and shoulders around there, so I entered closer to like 550, but it ended up working. So that's kind of what I do. I look for major trend breaks after long periods of consolidation.
Happy, did you see Squeezy's here? This is actually a really good opportunity for you and I to talk about him, while he can't say anything.
Hey, Squeezy. I do not look like Adam Sandler. I don't think. I don't know.
Well, this is a really good play. Now, did you play commons or options on this, and did you already say?
Yeah, I played options on it. I took the September 17th $600 calls, and I went that far out of the money because, like I said, when it's a long period of time and it breaks out, it's usually a bigger breakout. So I went further out of the money to get a bigger gain, and I'm out of it already.
How long did you hold the calls?
I think September 23rd was my first buy, and then I sold at 598 around. Which was a few days ago.
Since Squeezy's here, I actually have a bone to pick with him about FUBO. Lost me a lot of money today, Squeezy. Not my favorite stock, but I know it's yours. So thanks for that. It got some big news, something about football this morning. I didn't read the whole PR, but I'd seen the charts. I'm like, oh, we're at a breakout. This is going to be a great play. Lost a ton of money. So I hope that went directly into your retirement account, wherever you keep it. And I'm not pleased with you.
He's not a financial advisor.
Well, he's just not a financial advisor. Look how terrible that opening was. Anyway, I think
Were you in that today?
I don't know. I can't really see. It's kind of small. Yeah, I was in it. I was in that today and thought it was going to go great, and then held it through the open, which was my mistake. I know better than to do that.
Well,
lost a lot of money.
To SPY, because SPY pulled back, which pulled everything else down. So,
hey, question about that. When I was interviewing Brad, he told me that small caps and penny stocks should not react at all to SPY. And I was kind of like shocked by that because I always thought they did. What's your opinion on that? Because I do watch that during the day.
I have a very hate relationship with this because it's so annoying when, if it's a super bloody day for SPY and you're like trading pennies, the SPY pullback will pull down pennies a bunch of times. But if SPY is mooning, then the pennies are still like unaffected if SPY's going up, which is annoying. So it's almost like they're only effective if SPY goes down. That's why I hate it.
Got it. Squeezy, pulling back to a demand zone, it's all good. It's not all good. FUBO is a dumb stock that I don't want to trade anymore. I'm taking it, I'm putting it on my do not trade list and watch it be like, go back to 65 tomorrow. But telling you, I'm over it. So you told me you had some swings. You want to look at those charts?
Yeah, well, the first one we just looked at, which was Netflix, and then I'm just waiting for DDD. DDD chart. Triple D.
Like diners, drive-ins, and dives?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you like that show?
I do.
Me too. Good show.
So if you zoom out more, yeah. If you want to start to like just before 2021, then you can really see that triangle there forming. There's a top trend line there and then a bottom trend line. I'm just waiting for this thing to break out. This is one of those. So triangle is considered like a period of consolidation. So this would be a long period of consolidation that I would be looking for. And if you look at the weekly chart also, you can spot an ABCD pattern, which is a bullish pattern that usually sends us back to previous highs. So I think we would at least get through around 40 because that's where the previous upper wicks were, personally. But I'm waiting for a 1 week close over that top trend line to enter. But
that's such a different time frame than I'm used to looking at. Do you get bored? Are you a super patient person?
I'm not usually patient, but I've gotten much better at it recently, so it's helped a lot.
Cool.
So if I'm in or waiting for the breakout, I bought some today just because the big pullback. I couldn't help it.
Oh, Bianca says charts don't lie. You know, you and I are touch and go on that.
Yeah, charts don't lie, Bianca. Everyone knows that. Everyone should know that.
Do they though? I mean,
they should.
All right. So this looks like a very nice play. So so you have some today, and then what's your like, if this happens, then you will do this?
Yeah. If it pulls back again tomorrow, I'll cut whatever I added today because then it might test the bottom trend line again. But first, I'm looking for a close over the top trend line. That'll be my first add, and then or another add at least. Then if it comes back down to retest the support level, sorry, I should be more specific. If it breaks around 33, 34, that will be my first entrance. If it comes back down to 33, 34, I will add more if it holds. My first price target would be around like between 35 and 37.5. My second price target is 40, and then just go from there. I'll just play it by ear.
So how did you find the stock? Like, was it on a scanner, or what first caught your attention about it?
I think I just looked at it intraday for a day trade one time, and whenever I enter a day trade, I always have to refer to the daily chart first to see where it is, and I just found it that way, and I noticed right away the triangle long term.
Cool. How about if we look at CCL just for old time's sake? You tell me what's going on with her.
You saw that one coming.
From a mile away, I'm sure. Not looking good. Not looking good.
Yeah, instant head and shoulders the second you pulled it up. That's pretty long term though. That pattern's over.
We were doing so good right around 30, and then I don't know if it's COVID or management. You know, someone died on the ship recently. That wasn't good for us.
It looks like, so the thing is, when you have a bearish or very bullish or very bearish pattern, like for example, everyone knows the head and shoulders is bearish. If you can break that pattern to the upside of the head and shoulders, then it becomes super bullish. So, for example, for CCL, that resistance is at 25. So if you can get over 25 and deny that head and shoulders, then I think it would be a pretty bullish pattern that push back up hard.
So Alec, your bestie said it's a classic bear flag.
It is.
Where is that?
Well, you can see the long, like diagonal downtrends, and it's going into a consolidation in a little ascending wedge, ascending triangle type pattern that Mitch is drawing, and usually that's the break to the downside that follows that, which goes perfectly with the head and shoulders.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe we revisit that later. We have a question. Is this Zeus? Is that, I think? Look at NMTC. Is it breaking the downtrend?
I'll put up my phone too. Yeah, these penny stocks are super hard to tell sometimes because they have really steep downtrends after a pop. But let me just draw something on my own chart real quick. It actually looks like. Wait, this is. I'm making sure it's the same chart. NMTC, right? So I'm looking at the daily right now, and I actually see 3 upper wicks that forms a perfect trend line. So it looks like it didn't totally break the downtrend yet, but I would think a reclaim of 7.5 is a confirmed downtrend break because that's the previous key level.
Cool. AC, are you still on here? If not, that's cool. But I really think our Annie play is working well right now. I'm still trying to fight to be positive today. Yash wants us to look at Wish.
Of course it does.
It says, wow, the mic. Is it too, am I too loud?
Sound fun to me.
Anyway, can we look? Annie is looking good. Let's look at Wish. Mitch hates Wish. Happy hates Wish. Everybody hates Wish.
It makes 2 of us. Pull up the daily for it.
I'm going to see if I can turn my mic down. You know, I've got Wish in my long-term happy. It's not good. Oh, it's an echo.
Wish upon a star.
So I know many people are playing this for the to fill that gap after the earnings drop. but people made the mistake of entering too early, in my opinion. There's nothing there that said it was reversing until it reclaims the 7.5 level. So now you can see it had a rising support, ascending triangle forming short term there, and it broke that down today. Usually after it breaks down there, it tests prior lows. So I see level at 6.6 and then 6.1. So the next targets to the downside would be 6.6 and 6.1. But I don't really see upside I don't see any upside to Wish until it reclaims 7.5.
All right, let me look where I'm in so you can just really let me have it. Is that better, Bianca? Is the echo better? Oh Lord, 765.
Well,
I mean, I'm probably never going to get my money back.
Once it reclaims at 7.5, you should be fine.
Cool. I'm going to sell the moment it goes green, Justin style.
We can look at Penn National Gaming.
Also. Love Penn. Mostly because my boy Dave Portnoy loves Penn.
That was a recent play. Yeah, so it's still flagging. So first, this was a swing that I entered recently. I sold most yesterday, actually. So first, you can see had a hard push off that triple bottom recently. Strong uptrend formed right after that. And now we got a consolidation at highs, which is one thing that I look for a lot. So 85 is a key level, super key level on the chart. If you zoom out, you can see it pans all the way back. And over 85, there's a pretty good amount of upside. So what I was looking for was consolidation at highs like we got here. And yeah, you can see the upside over 85 there. There's nothing really until 90 and then close to 100. So what I was looking for here was a daily candle close over 85. Sadly, the pullback this morning on SPY kind of crushed it, but it's still perfectly in the flag. So I bought a little bit more, and if it breaks below, let me check the level. I think it's 80. Sorry, I'm a lunatic and trade my phone, so.
Let's not use the term lunatic. Some very nice people do that.
So below 80, below 80 was my cutting point, which it was fine today, so I added a little more. But I'm still looking for this bull flag break.
Cool. AC wants us to look at CEI. Whew. You know, Brad was into CEI today. I actually have a question too. The same one with Bianca, with Penn and DraftKings, and honestly FUBO. That's why I took that play today. Hasn't there been like an NFL thing going? Like, I
mean, they're sports betting stocks, so people will view that as a catalyst to get back into the stock because they're likely to get publicity, I would assume. So I know people are treating that as a catalyst, but you know me, I only play the chart. I don't play catalysts.
You know, I love a catalyst. Can't read a chart. All right. So Bianca asked, are there any specific themes that are catching your attention in the large cap world? Thank you.
Oh, God. I haven't even been paying attention enough really with school to notice one, but recently it's definitely been sports betting. Like DraftKings and Penn have been pretty crazy the past week, 2 weeks maybe. That's the current theme that I notice.
Cool. All right, should we look at CEI?
See, Chathan's got us covered.
Nice.
Rotation into utility materials and bio. CEI, geez. Yeah, I mean, I could tell clearly $1 is the key level.
I have a question, and I hope this doesn't offend anyone, but You know how BBIG and Wish and AHT were like really, really trending on Twitter, and like in the beginning they were great, and then I guess BBIG has turned out to be great, Wish hasn't or whatever, but they certainly benefited from like a week of a ton of people talking about it on Twitter. And I feel like that's happening with CEI as well. I'm not sure because I've not been looking super into it, but do you like how much of what's happening with CEI is like volume or news, or how much of it is the chart? Do you know?
I mean, it was like crazy bottomed out. It hit, I think, all-time low right before it got this whole volume influx, we'll call it.
Okay.
But I mean, at a certain point, it's a legit breakout when it breaks a certain level, in my opinion. So, for example, the first break of around 73 cents, 75 cents was probably a legit momentum breakout. I mean, we'll see how long it stays up here, but as of right now, it's holding well. It formed a nice inside bar today, actually, too. But,
cool. Well, I wasn't trying to put you in a bad position. I do wonder that sometimes.
I mean,
do you guys? What?
Volume, if it breaks the key level, it's going to attract more buyers.
Hey, Callum. Welcome.
Hey, Callum.
Callum, you want us to look at any charts for you?
Alec, go ace that quiz, buddy. Oh, I have another chart to look at also.
Ooh, let's do it.
I know we got a few people in it, large caps. So pull up Boeing, BA. On, let's see. Let's go weekly. Yeah, so that bottom trend line there was broken, and that's exactly what I was waiting for. So basically, I was talking to people in the chat, and I was saying, again, this is like a long-term consolidation period type play, which would be something that I would swing. My key break was going to be a close below this major trend line. Actually, it was mainly below like 215. But anyway, I was telling them how charts don't lie, but also one thing about charts that I've realized a lot, many times they can predict news is what I've realized. And
oh, interesting.
They drop news, I swear to God, at like times where it's like good news where it's about to break a resistance, or bad news it's about to break down, something like that. And this actually was about to threaten a breakdown. And I was going to overnight puts, and then overnight it got bad news, broke below the trend line. So now, since we weren't in, how I usually play bad news plays like this is I told them, I was like, this will be a good play for us tomorrow, knowing the potential downside long-term that it has. So I was like, any pop at open, there's likely going to be shorts covering, something like that at open, where there's going to be a pop. Just short it right away from the pop and enter puts. And then below 215 is your confirmation to add more. And I think it was, what's his name? Faded, I think. Played it really well today from large caps. I didn't play because I didn't trade today. I was in class. But it was a really good play. So that was another swing that I was looking at. I want to see how it recovers over the remainder of the week. But
Boeing loves to drop some bad news.
yeah, they drop a lot of news. A lot.
So much news. A lot of it's bad.
And the news has screwed me.
Tony, go Dogs. I mean, big win. That defense, I have so many words to say about it, none of them appropriate for being on this show, but I was really impressed, especially with 99. Don't know his name, but whoo, he really sacked that quarterback a ton.
Oh,
Bianca's going to large caps. We've lost her. She's so impressed.
What chat? MTA, my man. We're in MTA. Mullins Trading Academy. We'll have to,
Oh, somebody dropped the link.
Send the link. Callum, I know you're there.
Callum.
He's got the link copy. He's going to tattoo the link on his wrist.
Well, let's see. There was actually something else that I played today that I thought was real interesting. SPCE.
You played it intraday or as a swing?
Intra. So Callum was telling me that they got some bad news, I guess, recently. I was really only looking at the daily chart, but actually it was something that I think he told me it was like an alarm went off on Richard Branson's ship, airplane. I don't know. Anyway, have you ever played this?
I played SPCE, yeah, when it had like a major spike.
Yeah, it went to
it
60.
Had a gap up, and that was the day I played it.
Yeah, in May.
Yeah, it was on a Lotto Friday. That was one of my best trades ever for sure.
Yeah, it was a good trade. It was a good, fun time. Bruce asked about NAK. Is that a stock or is he just saying hi?
That's a stock.
Okay.
So I think it's mining, if I remember correctly. It's like a little T+2 setup, looks like. No, the mother candle, as we call it, wasn't a over 100% gainer like we look for in MTA, but it's always good to see an inside bar setup. Those are nice to play.
Go ahead.
50 cents looks like the key level, but things really bottomed. But it's nice that there's a lower wick today. The dip sort of. I wish the lower wick was longer, but this dip was still eating nicely. Sorry, I'm looking down. I'm looking at my phone.
No problem. No, Bianca played this too. All right. Well, do you guys have any more stocks or more charts you want Happy to look at?
Someone send the MTA link also.
Callum, you've got one job.
Russell's got to be here too. He definitely has it.
All right. So what would have to happen in the market for you to come back to pennies? I was so happy when you were doing pennies with us.
So I set like a hard time for myself, but it's going to be a play it by ear type thing. I don't want to come back on a thing until like the last week of September, just to be safer. But I would probably be looking for a couple 100% gainers pre-market, like 2 days in a row, something like that. I'm sure you remember from spring going into like early summer, Brad was like, can we please just get, some 100% gainers pre-market? And that was kind of the key to light it up. So, I mean, it's the same thing. That's what I would be looking for. I just want to see more follow-through from breakouts too. I don't trade pennies intraday right now, but I still watch their breakouts to see if they're back. But a lot of the breakouts still don't have much follow-through.
I mean, some of us never left. We're just in there grinding away every day. Guys, I don't know how to post the link, but somebody could post the Twitter handle for Mullins Trading Academy. Nope. All right. Well, are there any, I think we missed one chart, and that can be, ON. This will be the last chart we look at.
Which one?
ON.
OWN, was that the ticker?
No, it's ON. That's what it says.
Literally on.
On.
I like conductor stock. There you go.
I like that a lot.
All right, I see 44. 44 is key support level. That was a previous resistance back in April. You'd want to see that turn to support now. As of right now, it's a double top though, so you really want to see that key level holds. Over 46.5 is definitely the key level to break. Should see a nice move over that though, because there's two upper wicks I see formed right there.
Mm-hmm.
But this is definitely worth watching though for puts if it cracks the support level, because it's got some room to go down. I didn't look at the options chain if it has OI yet, but not too much. So you'd have to go commons. But I mean, it's not in trouble to me until it breaks, like I said, around 44. It's got another support at 42 and around 40, but you don't want to see the downwards momentum start to form, because then it could be a snowball effect.
Cool. Well, Happy, thank you for your expertise, your chart knowledge, and most importantly, for joining me last minute. I appreciate you so much. Thank you to all our MTA people for always coming, watching the show, and supporting us. I appreciate you guys so much. And Gusto posted the Mullins Academy Twitter link in the chat, so just copy and paste that into Twitter, and please come join us. We have a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Happy, you want to say bye?
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for
I was
coming.
glad to step in last minute. I hope it went smoothly still. I'm not as funny as Justin, but I guess I could chart.
Well, you know a lot more than Justin. Justin's, just for the laughs.
Nothing wrong with that. A little entertainment.
A little entertainment. Happy, you're just my favorite. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys later.